I was taking pictures of my hands on the rocks. Something about the earth. Man, beautiful. Wonder how many old home sites they had out here before. I'm looking for that spot where the road comes down, on this side that is. That old road that probably dates back to the mid 1800s. There's the road right here. This part is just a washout zone. Man, we gotta go around. They piled in some logs behind us, making it harder to get in. But there's always a way in. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this today. I don't know if I'm meant to do this today. It's kind of difficult trying to get around this stuff right here. Look at what I get to step in. The heck do I do to myself out here, man? Trying to explore and stuff like that on the kayak. Found a mechanical pencil. Man, if this thing's got something in it. I don't think it does, though. We can't even press it down. Oh well. I'm looking at all the new stuff that has accumulated. Dang, it's like this styrofoam never ends, man. For real. How do I get myself into? I'm going to pull the kayak up here. All the way up in here. See, there was no home site up here. We found some metal pieces. Could have been from the timber farming days out here. Back in the 30s and the 40s. But here's the roadbed right here. This is the road I want to take. I know it's just going to go around the hillside and lead us to the ancient 250-year-old oak tree on the other side of this hill. It's right over here. This old road just cuts through the landscape. It's like a cul-de-sac up in here. It's like a circle. But it always leads us to something. Whatever it is, I'm always looking for it. Heck yeah. A kayak on an old road. What you know about that? They got some old oaks up here, though. Well, yeah, that's because it's an old home site. I don't know if it was both sides of the old road. This is another part of the road. I wanted to get on that side. I just wanted to come back up here to see if I missed anything important. Like these 105-year-old oak trees. Some of them are older. But nothing's older than that grandfather on the other side of the hill over here. Wonder what life was like back then out here. Wonder what was left behind. What still could be out here. Uh-oh. I see a break in the trees up here. I guess that's the main road. Well, not the main highway, but you know, that road to the cemetery up here. At least there's no barbed wire in the bottom. I think there's another old road extension up here. There's a lot of piled up dirt stuff up here. You can see it right there. Probably just another access road out here. That's exactly what it is. Another old access road. I'm just going to go up here enough to see the top of that ancient 250-year-old oak tree on the other side of the hill over here. And then cut back down on the other side of the old road. That is, if I can make it that far. Maybe it's a lot further than I thought. Dang. It's probably on the other side of that hill right here, man. It is. No, it's right here. Hold on, it's right here. I recognize the stem any day of the week. Oh yeah. Found it again. All right. Old school home sites up in here. I don't know how many there were back in the past, back in like the early 1900s, late 1880s, whatever. It's a pile of bricks down here. When I climbed the hill exploring last time I was out here last summer, there's like a little couple of pieces of white, stoneware up on the hill up here within the leaves. Or was it here? Oh, it's further up. Need to be getting on that hill another time. Need to go deeper in. But all it's going to do is just lead us to that road. That main road that goes to the Georgia National Cemetery. Oh boy. Don't I ever love coming back. Glad she's still standing. It's almost like I just came here today to make sure that they were still here. Seems like the last few giant trees of life that I came across. When I came out the next time, they were pulled down. Let's pray that that'll never be the case out here. Or with any other tree of life that I find ever again. Holds a lot of history, a lot of memories out here. And then they transferred on all the energy of the memories, the life. Transferred on to all the other ones, the young ones. So thankful for the woodcutters that let her live. those tree farmers, whoever they were, that came out a long time ago to cut the timber, back when she was like 150. And they looked at her and said, let's leave this one alone. Now look at her. I don't know what I expect to find out here, taking this route. Oh, what's up, Bumblebee? I'm just cutting through your habitat. Don't mind us. Old school for real. Some of the time, even the small ones are pretty ancient. That one could be well over 75 years old if I had the waistline of a 30-year-old. No license plates from 1921. No old trucks, Chevy trucks from 1939. All right, something had to be up here. Definitely. They got dig out zones up in here. And it's leveled off. You got some old farming stuff up here. I mean, farming bushes. Not privet hedges, but a different kind. Way over here. There's a pile of rocks. I've never been up here. Now I have. There's an old can over here. It's leveled off up in here. They got grass up here. This is probably where the old home site was. Maybe another one. You never know. Could be an old grave site. No, they're old bricks. Okay, we found some bricks right here. About dang time. Another home site. Old school for real. Whatever used to be here besides the bricks are all gone. Yeah, it's the high grassy zone. Busted bricks everywhere. Why they all popped in half though? A lot of human history out here. Who knows how far it dates back to? Even the roots are hanging on to it. Ain't that something? I know if I just sit here, somebody's going to start talking. Find this, find that. I thought that was concrete. I know you're going to say there's probably an old well out there somewhere. You know, this place definitely dated back way before the lake was backed up. Dang, there's bricks everywhere, man. They're not in just one single pile. I think I might see a dip down. Yeah, this is all like farming bushes and stuff up in here. When I look back at historical aerials, it only goes back to 1955, and this place was definitely grown up, and you couldn't see anything. Old road. Probably the old driveway. That goes right through here, of course. It's just going to dip down towards the lake. That's it. Would you look at this? Part of the old school foundation. Maybe the house set right here. It's elevated up in here. There's a pile of bricks right there too. Yeah. Where did everything else go? Probably had nothing out here though. Everything was probably handmade, part of the earth, you know. This could have been the well though. It's dipped down, look at that, into a little dip. They definitely had a lot of bricks out here though. That's weird how this one spot's elevated. Probably an old cabin from 1861. Part of a vent hood. Who knows? It could have been anything. Probably not an old home site. Could have just been anything. Thought that was crumpled up metal. I know, tell me about it. When I cover the landscape, I really do cover the landscape. Go figure. It's like we found that treasure again. Quite the adventure. Looks like we made it home. We made it back to the old homestead. Now I can look back and say that we made it. Walked all the way to the end, the tip. Hey, there's the well right here. I highly doubt that they covered it in. Maybe they did. Yeah, they did. The old well. Wonder how many pennies there are in this one. Back in the 1850s, 1860s, a penny was a lot of money. Handmade bricks from the land out here. Broken bottles. Thought I heard something moving. Could have been anything. But it's amazing that there's nothing left. Nothing but a bunch of bricks all over the place. Field stones, old whale. Random shards of metal. And a lot of memories kept within the woods out here. Check out the size of this waistline. She's barely living too. She's barely alive, man. Probably a competition for light. This is new downage, man. Ancient cedar. At least 200. The size of that waistline. Boy. She's still alive too. Man. Ain't nothing like the perfume and cologne on these. Ain't nothing like it. Look what someone did out here exploring and stuff. Actually, you know, that's kind of old. That one has grown around the pipe. Would you look at that? Let's go and leave her alone. Beautiful find for today. Another great one. Thanks for these ancient recoveries. Gargantuan. Dang, check out what I just found. I think it's one of those fenders or something to some old school 1920s vehicle. It's decorated because it's got a punch, like some molding on it. Make sure there's no snakes underneath. Yeah, it's definitely to an old vehicle for real. You can tell. Another great find today. Could be some kind of decorative piece for some 1927 vehicle. Probably 1930s. Could be anything. Get a load of this. Man, I'm ever gonna look so crazy coming out of the woods right here, man. You can hear the reason why. Hey, look what I just found. Why am I still whispering? Everybody has jetted off. Look what I just found. No, I was picking up the garbage left behind. But right down here, I found a couple of treasures that I left out here last year when I was cleaning up out here. Old school for real. I know, probably just from the 70s, 60s, early 80s, whatever. That one's got grapes on it. It's got 3 lines. Cool find. Yeah, I threw them up here last year, but I didn't throw them high enough. Let me go ahead and grab the garbage. I gotta go. No, get off the camera. Stop recording. I only got 1% left on the battery. And 3 more hours before dark. See everybody later.